What up? This is Photo John from photography-review.com, and today also representing mtbr.com, Mountain Bike Review. And the reason I'm representing MTBR as well as Photography Review is the product that's in here, the Sony Action Cam. It's a point of view camera. Point of view cameras are super hot, and so we're going to start taking a closer look at them. Holy cow, there's a bunch of stuff in here. Action cam with the underwater housing. Yes, this is the Wi-Fi action cam too. A suction cup window mount. This is not made by Sony, but they sent it to me. Thank you, Sony. And let's see what this is. Man, they sealed this stuff up good. Handlebar mount for a mountain bike or maybe a ski pole. All right, let's get this action cam out of the box now. This is where it usually gets really complicated. Somewhere all these companies have packaging geniuses that know how to make it nearly impossible to get stuff out of a box. And even more so, how to get it back in to ship it back. That's the real mystery. There it is. That's the Sony Action Cam, the camera itself. It's a 170-degree lens. It does 1080p video at 30 frames per second, 720p at 120 frames per second, 60 frames per second, or 30 frames per second. And in case you don't know, 30 frames per second is normal for video. That's a standard frame rate. So 60 frames per second and 120 frames per second would be for slow motion video. And it's built-in Wi-Fi, built-in stereo sound, and you can also put an external mic on it as well. I'm guessing this is going to be a mount. Yeah, that is an adhesive mount. They might have sent me a few of these so I can put them on different things. Yep. I'm not sure if they come with if the camera comes with a couple of those or not, or if they set this up specially for me. I do not know how this stuff works, but I think this goes in there. It's got a tripod mount on it too. That's nice. Battery. Not sure what that is. That is a USB cable. And this must be the underwater housing. Yep. So the underwater housing is good to 197 feet underwater. That's 60 meters. And of course, it's also keeps it dust free. It's dust seal as well. Because if water can't get in, dust isn't going to get in either. Got the action cam all charged up now, and I've been digging through the manual. You can see I've got it in the underwater housing here, and it's actually made to be in the underwater housing. There's one button on it, start stop, and a hold switch. That's all you can do while it's in the housing. I'm going to take it out of the housing now so we can take a better look at it. Now you notice there's no mount of any sort on here, but there is a tripod mount here. That's what I mean by this is made to be in this housing. protected. The lens has no protection on it. It's not replaceable unless you send it in, I guess. So you got to be careful with the lens, and it's going to be safest behind this lens here on the housing. You'll notice that there aren't very many buttons on the Sony Action Cam. Previous and next, and start, stop, / enter, and then the hold switch, which keeps it from turning on. If you want to turn on the camera, you use the previous or next buttons, and then you use previous and next to scroll through the different menus. For instance, setup here, we'll press the enter button, and then we can see what the setup options are. Video, steady shot, that's image stabilization. Angle, we'll zoom in on the angle menu by pressing the enter button here. And 170 degrees it's set for. That's the pretty much standard point of view camera wide angle. And the other option is 120 degrees. All right, let's open up the camera now. Take a look at the inside. The battery is inside here in this main compartment. It's in a little tray. See, there you go. And the memory card is also in here. It doesn't come with a memory card, or at least Sony didn't send it to me with one. This is hard to see, but it's a micro SD card. It also takes a micro Sony memory stick card. I can't remember the name of it, but this is a 16 gig micro SD card. It cost me about 20 bucks. It's a class 10, fast for shooting video. I'm not a big fan of these because they're so small, and I really worry about losing them or breaking them. They just don't seem that substantial to me, but this is what all the cameras use, so that's what you got to deal with. Here is the connector compartment, and there's a USB here, HDMI out. This is a power. And this little red thing here, that's for a mic input. So if you want to use an external mic, you can do that instead of using the built-in microphone. So the Sony Action Cam has built-in Wi-Fi, and if you download and install the app on your phone, iOS or Android, this is a Samsung Galaxy S3, then you can control the camera through your phone. So right now we're looking at a live view of what the camera's seeing on my phone. I think the studio lights here are making it dark, but let's see, should be able to see my face on there now. Hello, what's up? And there's no lag, which is nice. Now you notice there's also there's a red button here that starts recording. So it's recording now. See, it says record right there, and this gives you a few more options. You can change recording mode, turn steady shot on and off, change the angle setting. Gives you a little more control via your phone without having to take the camera out of the housing. So with all the point of view cameras out there, what makes the Sony Action Cam special? Well, we'll have to test it and see, but in theory, what makes it special is this lens. It's an f2.8 Carl Zeiss lens. You know, it's one thing to put a name on optics, to put a brand name like Carl Zeiss, and it's another thing for the lens to actually be great. But Sony does have an optical history making cameras and camcorders. So this is you know, something that's interesting and something to explore. The other thing is the Action Cam is the only point of view camera that actually has mechanical image stabilization. The compromise with the image stabilization is it changes the angle of view, which is 170 degrees, 15 millimeter equivalent about, to 120 degrees. I think that's about a 20 millimeter focal length equivalent. So if you like super wide helmet cam shots, you know, so you can see the trail or your skis or whatever, then you have to give some of that up to have the image stabilization. I hope you found that quick overview of the Sony Action Cam useful. One thing I forgot to mention was that it costs $250, at least this, the Wi-Fi version, which does come with this underwater housing. You can get a non-Wi-Fi version for $179. One of the reasons I did this Sony Action Cam intro video is this is a prelude to a point of view camera shootout that we're doing. We've got all the top point of view cameras, and we're going to do a shootout where we compare image quality, features, and usability. So keep your eyes open for that. We should have it done soon. I got to get a few more cameras out in the field and do these intro videos, but we should have it up shortly. And that'll give you a pretty definitive answer about which camera is the best for you. I am Photo John for MTBR, as well as PhotographyReview.com. Thank you for watching this video. We'll have another one up soon for another camera. Thanks a lot.